Hey YouTubers, it's Janelle. I am back, and this is a response to a request I had from one of my subscribers named dollymat. Hi Dolly, how are you? She requested that I perhaps show you step by step what I do for my makeup application, and I'm flattered someone's really interested in that, and I'll try to do my best. But I thought instead of trying to do a full makeup application in the one video, I would take this step by step. And the first place we're going to start is with foundations. Now, before you even put on the first drop of foundations, what you need to know is that foundations can help enhance the skin that you already have. It can help cover up minor problem areas that you may have, or what you consider problem areas on your skin. But foundation is not to be used as a mask. You really need to have a good skincare regimen in place first before you think anything about applying any kind of makeup. And by a good skincare regimen, I mean that you need to be cleansing your face effectively. Twice a day for most of us will suffice, but you need to be cleansing your skin very well with whatever product you use to get rid of all of the surface dirt and contaminants, old makeup, what have you, and the environmental deposits that are left on our face on a daily basis. Cleansing your face helps to keep your pores clear of debris. It helps to mitigate the dead skin cells that would otherwise hang around on your face and accumulate. And it takes care of bacteria and other things that will help to create and cause acne. Once you've cleansed your face, if you so desire, you would use a toner or an astringent to help remove traces of your cleaning product that you may have missed when you washed. Also to help control oiliness, excessive oiliness for those of us that have oily complexions. Just a side note to those with oily complexions and those of you that do use astringents, please make sure your astringent is not too strong. You don't want to strip every bit of oil off of your face, because this will cause the body to produce even more oil, which will in turn create more oiliness in the areas where you are trying to get rid of the oil, and you start a vicious cycle. You just need a mild toner or astringent, nothing really harsh that's going to strip away too much. Once you've done those two steps, or at least the first step, cleansing, the second step, in my opinion, is optional, but then the next step you want to do, you always want to moisturize, even if you have oily skin. There are oil-free moisturizers out there that help to keep the moisture, which is different from oil. Moisture is water. Our skin needs water to stay nice and smooth and hydrated. The moisturizers help to lock in the moisture that is present in our skin from our internal systems. Some of the moisturizers out there are formulated with ingredients that help to attract moisture to the skin from the air. So we all need to use moisturizers. You just need to read your labels and become cognizant of what your skin's needs are so that you buy the correct one for your skin. Once you've done that, you can then apply your foundation. Foundations come in a couple of or three different formulas. You've got liquid foundations, which you can, just like I say, it's liquid. This is Revlon Color Stay. This happens to be a liquid. Very thin, very runny texture, pours right out of the bottle, and there it is. You can see it's starting to drip down my hand a little bit already because it is a liquid. You can get anything from a sheer to a medium coverage with a liquid foundation. You have cream foundations, which I actually do not have a sample of, because by and large I don't use cream foundations. I have an oily skin, so I tend to stay away from cream foundations. But they are creamy, they are heavy, they're almost like your moisturizers. You put them on, they kind of stay in place. You can apply those with either a sponge, cosmetic sponge, or a brush. You can get a more sheer coverage with a cream if you thin it down with either mineral water, charged water, a moisturizer even. That will give you a more sheer coverage. If you use the cream directly out of the pot, you're going to get a heavier, more full coverage. You also have another type of cream coverage, which is this. This is a stick foundation. It's a cream foundation in stick form. You will get a medium to full coverage with a product like this. Now, when I was at the artist conference in the Artist Summit conference in Chicago, it was an educational event for professional and wannabe professional makeup artists. I had a chance to experiment with some cream foundations and some stick foundations, and as I just said, I generally tend to stay away from those because they tend to have a higher oil content, and I don't need the oil on my face. But I experimented with them, and I did actually find a couple that I liked. When I save up some money, I think I'm going to get those to experiment with. And for right now, this is a stick foundation that is new to me, not a new product on the market, I don't believe, but new to me. This is a stick foundation by Posner, and I'm going to use this one today as my foundation. And for a cream or a stick foundation, best way I've seen to do it is to apply a couple of streaks on my cheeks. I'll apply one streak across my forehead, another down my nose, and another here on my chin. And you can see this foundation color matches me really well. You can barely see what I've put on. Once I've done that, I spray. This is a homemade mixing medium that I've got courtesy of Encore. If you haven't checked out his channel, it's Encore Makeup. He gives a really good way of making a mixing medium to be used with your makeup application. Now, this is very similar to the mixing medium that MAC sells, but you know, it's a little less expensive. Once I've put on my foundation, my stick foundation, I spray a brush with my mixing medium, and then I'm going to take my brush and in circular motions I'm going to start buffing. Soft circular motions, and I just start buffing this into my skin. Now you notice I'm going all the way back to my hairline. Right here I'm down by my ear, I'm going back to my ear, I'm going over the jawline, and I'm just doing a circular motion. And I'm buffing this right into my skin. The reason you want to go all the way to your hairline and actually go through the hairline a little bit is because you do not want your product to sit on your face and look like a mask. In my opinion, there is nothing more terrible in makeup than to see someone with a foundation on that they've not completely buffed in. And you can see I'm just continuing around my face to the other side. Again, over the jawline, on the chin, around the nose, across my cheeks. If you need to add a little more charged water, feel free to do that. But you really want to buff this out well so it looks just like your skin, only a little better, into the hairline. Just like that. And once you've done that, what I usually do is go back and just take several swipes underneath the eye to get underneath the eye. It's a little hard in that area to kind of do a circular buff. And then I will also go over the upper lid. I have naturally occurring circles around my eyelids or around my eyes, so I smooth a little foundation there just to kind of prep the skin to receive eyeshadow in a later step. Once that's smoothed in, let me move up close so you can see. You can see there's no light spot versus dark spot here at my hairline. And that's all the way around. And then here on the jaw, there's no difference between here and my neckline. And coloring looks completely natural. That's the way you want to apply your foundation, whether it be liquid or cream or mineral foundation or stick. You want the foundation to look natural. You want it to look like your skin, just better. Anyway, Dee, thanks for the request. I hope this helps you out a lot, as well as anybody else who decides to watch this. I'm going to continue this series. The next thing I'll show will be application of concealer and powder. You all have a blessed day. Take care, and I'll be back soon with the next installment of this makeup application series. Bye-bye.